Last night I went to Chuck E. Cheese to lie and say it's my birthday to get free pizza. And it worked, baby! But the place was terrifying and the food was even scarier. And after a few bites, I started feeling sick like I had worms in my stomach. So I got up and I stumbled out of the restaurant and I went home. Then the next day I scheduled an emergency Zoom doctor's visit and he told me that I'm lactose intolerant. And I was like, what the hell? I don't lactose, I got all 10, baby! But then he told me to put my feet away and I was like, you're right, you should be paying me for this, not the other way around, buddy. And then he started telling me you can't eat pizza anymore. But his video started to cut out, but it's okay, cause I know what lactose intolerance is. I can't have bread anymore! So I got rid of all my bread and dumped all of that fart food right in the trash. And then I grabbed some milk and chugged nothing but pure milk for a few days. And you know what? It was really good for a bit until I started feeling a storm brewing 10 times stronger than what Chuck E. Cheese did to me. So I immediately ran to the bathroom and... So apparently lactose intolerance is the milk one, but at least I don't lactose, baby! I was making sushi with raw chicken instead of raw fish, but I accidentally dropped it on the floor. And when I bent over to pick it up, I saw my legs and wondered if I could wax them so they would feel like 2 slippery hot dogs. So catch. I can't make a single noise waxing my legs because if I wake up my dog, she will literally pee herself in the beanbag chair. So with that in mind, I grabbed some plastic wrap and put the glue on it and made a little waxing strip. Then I knelt down and put the strip on slowly, and at first I was like, this isn't too bad. It just kind of feels kind of numb, and then it started burning, and I realized I had to do it now, so I ripped it off, and it didn't get the wax off! I panicked and I tried to wipe it off, but it just shredded the paper towel and got even stickier. And also my dog woke up and peed herself. But at least the sushi was kind of fire. Today I pretended to be in the hospital to get my celebrity crush to notice me. And here's how I did it. First I was editing my name onto a hospital band and one of the rows said sex. So I said yes, winky face. And then I walked over to my printer that I haven't used in years and I thought it was gonna light on fire and somehow that old mama worked and it printed out my band. So I cut it out and put it on my wrist.
Drip, my drip, yeah.
And then I tore my bed apart and I ripped the bed sheet off my bed to wear as a little hospital robe. Then once I had that, I pulled my bed off and dragged it over to a blank wall. Anyways, then I made my room look like a hospital by taping hospital signage. And then I laid down in my hospital bed and I made the finishing touches with a phone charger, and then I put some headphones in my nose to really pull it all together. Then I finally took my Snapchat and I added a black and white filter to be all dramatic. And I made the caption, "Down bad, wish I had a big booty bee to give me CPR." And I sent it to her. Then I ripped all the cords out and the bracelet too, and I put my shirt back on. And I was waiting around when she finally replied. And when I opened it, she said, "Today, I was in the drive-thru line at Starbucks trying to get the Donald Trump drink, which is just a cup that's full of sad old man tears. But as I pulled up, I was feeling generous, and I told the barista, 'Can I pay for the order in front of me?' And the Starbucks employee said,
'That's so sweet. Let me bring that up for you. Would you like anything else?'
So I said, 'Can I get a cake pop and a white hot chocolate?' But that's when the barista said,
'That comes up to $94.24.
I stopped and said, 'What in the star did you say?' And the barista told me they ordered 7 drinks, 4 pastries, and a travel mug. So I told the barista, 'Hey, I'm actually just gonna get the cake pop.' But the person ahead of me had already driven away and they told me I had to pay or the cops would be called. So I pulled up and paid, but I wasn't gonna stop until I got my travel mug. I followed the car until it parked and I approached the window and I said, 'Give me the mug!' Anyways, look at my $94 Starbucks travel mug that I had to pry out of a soccer mom's hands. I dropped my phone almost as much as I was dropped as a baby. Like, I think it's actually made of butter. I basically have a butter phone with a butter. Anyways, I really needed a case for it, but I wanted something special, so I used this app called Casetify to make a custom case with every picture of frogs that I have in my whole camera roll. And it was really easy. I just took a little frog with a little leaf, beep, bop, boop, bang, he's on the case. I took a picture of a frog with a little watering can, and beep, bop, boom, he's on the case, baby. Then every other frog, ding dong, the package was at my door. And I was so excited, because getting packages is like my #1 source of serotonin at this point. And when I opened it, the packaging was like a little present from me to me, because I have no one special to me to give me presents with. Anyways, I love my little frog case, and you can make your own and get 20% off with the code 20HIGHBEN. Thank you, Casetify. My dearest Mima once told me, the circle of life is everywhere. That's why today I'm using her ashes to season my baked salmon for supper. I get all my seafood fresh from the sewer drain behind my local prison, because my uncle taught me when I was a young boy that if you take headphones with a phone attached playing Ed Sheeran and leave them by a sewer drain overnight, the fish in the sewers will sewer side. And when you check back the next day, you'll have plenty of fish ready for the lunch. Now, I'm not using any seasoning other than Mima herself, because I'm half white and my Mima told me that seasoning is the devil. Plus, the fish is already marinated in toxic chemicals to give it a little bit of a kick from the sewer runoff. I throw it in the oven at 400 degrees, and once it's done and I take it out, I finish it with a few more ashes. And then I finally take my first... So, we just hit 5 million. And I wanted to celebrate with baked bean jello. I got my keys and drove over to the dollar store and bought a candle, some beans, and jello. Then I drove home and got all my ingredients together and started cooking. First, I boiled some earth juice and then tried reading the instructions, but I got bored, so I yanked the powder out and started pouring it. But then that thing happened where it's going too slow, so you have to stop and rip a new one, and then it was flowing like my eyes when I watched Tabitha Brown's cooking videos. Then I poured the boiling earth juice and then a cup of cold earth juice, and I stirred it until I gave myself arthritis, until I remembered, I forgot the beans. I found an old can opener, and then I put a can of beans in the micro. Okay, not funny. Anyways, I tried opening it, but the lid got stuck, and I panicked, but then I finally got it half open, and I strained the beans, because I didn't want bean juice. Bean juice! But then as I was straining it, the camera just decided to tilt away from me, which was quite rude. Anyways, I had my clean beans, and I poured them in the jello, stirred it a bit, dropped the 5 in the jello, and then put it in the fridge. It has to chill overnight, so if you want to see how my cursed bean jello turned out, the final product is on my Instagram, @BenOfTheWeek. Hi, you're about to watch me transform into Donald Trump. I did it by going to Party City to get a Trump wig and orange face paint, and then I put on his dump truck, yuck, ugly as f wig on, and then I covered my face in the orange paint to look like his moldy oldie so orange it's unholy, looking like he's 80 skin, which ended up staining my fingers and my face orange, and it got in my eyes, which was really painful, but that's not the point. The point is I remembered Trump is now unemployed, so I thought I'd prank call some places using my Trump voice
and ask if I can get a job, a very big job.
First, I called Home Depot since they're orange just like Trump.
Are you guys hiring by any chance?
Yes, we are.
Spectacular. Wonderful. I actually lost my job today.
Here's my application. First name Donald, last name Trump.
We're out of time, but if you want to see if I got a job interview, the link to the YouTube video is in my bio. Okay, bye. Have you ever noticed how almost every label has these weird dots and color codes? These are on everything from pudding boxes to taco seasoning packets. They're on granola bar boxes, and they're even on chocolate chip bags. Even my delicious cottage cheese has it too. I thought to myself, what do they mean? So I've spent the past month researching it, trying to crack the code. My first thoughts were that it had to do with the colors, so I wrote down 2 codes from 2 packages down. But then my marker died, so I killed it. Then I colored in the shapes to match the secret code, but I didn't find anything, so I ripped it up. That's when I realized it's not a color puzzle, it's a crossword puzzle. The code always appears in either 4 or 6 circles or squares. So I wrote it out again, and I knew exactly what filled the spaces this time. Debbie Ryan. If you don't believe me, here's her with pistachio pudding, has the code. Here's chocolate chip cookies on her Snap story. Chocolate chips have the code. And finally, here's her with a granola bar. The granola bar has the code. Why would she do this? What if she's trying to brainwash all of us by placing these subtle codes so she can take over our brains and... So I think I have a stalker, and it's starting to freak me out. It started a month ago when I'd accidentally showed my address on my story. I deleted it immediately, but a few days later, my doorbell rang in the middle of the night. Then a week later, I found a Nintendo DS outside my house that said, "Hello, Benjamin." And then a week after that, I found one inside my bathroom while I was showering, and it said, "See you soon." But first of all, I don't even know where he's getting all these Nintendo DSs from. Like, they don't even make those Mama Jamas anymore. Personally, if I was invading someone's privacy, I'd use sticky notes or something. Anyways, I decided to change my front door code to a really secret number. 1, 2, 3, 4. But then the next day, I heard the door unlock, and then someone came downstairs and they were wearing a black hoodie and black jeans, and I thought they were gonna kidnap me, but I welcomed the stalker. I haven't had a human interested in me in months, so I asked them to come cuddle with me. But they looked so caught off guard when I asked them to come under the blankets. And then I guess I out-creeped the creep when I tried to lick his toes. And that's when he ran away. My stalker doesn't even want me, bruh. Last night, I had a nightmare where I was performing CPR on my dog because she just swallowed an iPhone 10 32GB whole. And I thought she was gonna die, but then she spat it out, and I was like, thank God. But then the screen lit up and it said that celebrity chef Guy Fieri had passed away. And then I started crying because he's a legend. But then it said that Timothy Chalamet killed him. And I was like, this makes no sense. At least I'm not him. He's going to prison. But then I looked in the mirror and I was Timothy Chalamet. And I was like, no way. So I texted my ex and told them that I had the biggest glow up in the history of all mankind. Now that I was Timothy, I was so happy knowing everyone loves me. But then I got so carried away with being him that I forgot that I was literally wanted by the police because I lit Guy Fieri on fire. Fiery Guy Fieri. Arson. For some reason I was in Zootopia and everyone was a furry, which was a nightmare in itself. And the cop at my door was my own dog. So I was like, come here, baby. You don't have to arrest me. But then she handcuffed me and threw me in a Russian prison where they played Dance Monkey on repeat to torture us. Thank God that was just a dream. Wait, what's that sound? No. Hey, guess what? Today is Miss Corona's first birthday. On November 17th, 2019, the very first dude went and now 55 million people have got and everything sucks now. Anyways, I was throwing a little party for COVID because I feel like no one else appreciates her, so I invited her over by going to the local COVID testing location, sneaking into the employees only area, and licking all of the testing swabs. But when I left, an employee yelled at me. Anyways, when I got home, all of a sudden I felt a little ill, and boom, she was at the party. I had bought some Taco Bell for the party, ordered $1,000 worth of slime to play with, And just when Miss Corona thought she was about to open her birthday present, she realized the present was hand sanitizer, and I grabbed the virus in a chokehold and poured the sanitizer all over the coronavirus and beat it with a mask for canceling everything that I was looking forward to. And worse. Anyways, once again, please wear a mask, not just because of Corona, but also because some of y'all have musty, dusty breath. Thanks. I haven't been posting on TikTok because I got a stalker that's been DMing me saying he's gonna come to my house and that he knows my address. And I didn't know what to do, so I packed my bags and I ran away to Florida to try and hide. When I finally got there, I went to the pool to relax when I saw someone staring at me from a distance covered in like smoke or something. I was kind of scared, but I followed them out of the pool and I barely got out because I have no upper body strength. Anyways, I followed his footsteps to the beach and they led me to this fenced off area, but I went in anyways and I followed the trail of smoke coming from him, which brought me to this weird abandoned building which had a really strong smell of like skunk or something coming from it. I was still curious, so I stuck inside and it was completely dark. So I turned on my flash and there was Jacob Sartorius! I screamed out, "What do you want from me?" And that's when he asked if I wanted to do some lettuce with him. And you know what I said? Yes! And we made a delicious salad together, just me and Jacob Sartorius, two dudes tossing salad in the kitchen. Today, I was sick of feeling lazy, so I went on the treadmill, walked 3 steps, and then got off. But as I was folding it up, my anemia hit, and I couldn't hold the treadmill anymore, and it collapsed on me. When I woke up, my arm was trapped underneath the metal, and I couldn't get out. My dog is too stupid to help me, and I couldn't even call for help because my phone was just out of reach, and I turned Siri off because last time I used her, well...
Hey Siri, call Wendy's.
Killing Wendy.
No. The only thing within reach was a Minion figurine and a fork with a grape on it. First I ate the grape because like, grapes are delicious. But then it hit me what needed to be done. I put the Minion in my mouth so that I wouldn't scream. Then I grabbed the plastic fork and I took my arm off. Wait, does that say emergency release latch? As in like, I did not have to sever my arm. I did not need to cut off my arm. I cut my own hair a few days ago, and as I was throwing it away, I realized I can sell this. Maybe someone wants to buy my hair, just like how I bought a bottle of Harry Styles toilet water. So I dug through the trash, grabbed some hair, packaged it up in a baggie, and then snapped a picture and listed it for sale. I waited 2 whole days, and no one bought it, so I changed the name to Famous TikToker Hype House Toe Hair, and instantly they were flying off the shelves. In 2 minutes, I had outsold every merch line that ever existed combined. But wait, I need more hair. I called everyone I know to come over and hang, but when they got there, I cut all their hair off and took it. Business was booming, and I became richer than Jeff Bezos, and I was the world's first trillionaire. Until one day, someone said they were returning the hair. And when the package arrived, it was me? There was a note on the box that said, "You gave me Ben of the Week hair, not a famous TikToker's hair." So I was shocked to see when I cloned it, it made you and not a sway boy or something. Okay, first of all, what are you trying to clone a sway boy for? That sounds illegal. On the bright side, now I have a clone to take all my Instagram pics for me so I don't have to face my crippling insecurities myself. So if you want to go check out his Instagram, my Instagram is Ben of the Week. I was enjoying some banana on the cob when I realized lockdown is over here. So I got in the car, hit the gas, and drove to the closest thrift store, and I went thrifting. When I walked in the thrift store, I passed by the toy aisle, and there was a doll on the bottom shelf playing this really creepy song. And I know some dolls are cursed, but it's only $2, and the demon can keep me company, so I bought it. My mask is falling. Anyways, I brought it home, but when I looked at it again, I noticed there was a note attached to the bottom that read, "Make a wish or you'll float too!" And I thought, that's Pennywise's line. This doll's gonna get sued for copying the movie It before it possesses me. But I do be scared of demons, though. So I wished for the first thing that I could think of, which was an air fryer. Then after making my wish, I went to bed. I woke up the next morning to the birds chirping, the sunshine, and 300-pound air fryer on my chest, crushing me to the point where I couldn't breathe. I finally got it off and thought, you know what, Mr. Demon? Thank you for the air fryer. It's not exactly how Amazon would have delivered it, but I like your vision. Then I realized I have another wish left. I was thinking, what do I want more of? Some fire shoes. So I said, I want some fire.
You want fire?
No. I was about to devour the souls of some poor shrimp when I realized they still have their heads on. So I ripped the head off and then ate the shrimp. But then I remembered it's only a matter of time before the FBI catches me for replacing their website with a chicken wing video. So I decided I'll make a shrimp army. So I put the shrimp heads in a bag and then I drove home and cut some lemons and put the shrimp heads on some sticks attached to the lemons so that they would stand up. Then I placed the soldiers all around my house and they were all standing guard ready to protect me. I felt so safe with my shrimp army watching guard. So I went to the kitchen to make a salmon burger, but then I remembered salmon is seafood, shrimp is seafood. My shrimp army turned around in shock and horror when they saw what I was about to do. I tried telling them I'm sorry, but they were angry and were inching closer towards me. I didn't know what they were gonna do with me, so I picked them up by their shrimp antennas and spun them like a lasso above my head, and I flung them into the sky. The battle had been won. Every year since, I visit the graves where the battle took place. I pay my respects and apologize for being so shellfish. So it's finally springtime, which means I've been growing flowers, succulents, and weed. No, I meant like I'm growing like dandelions, like weeds. Oh, anyways, I really wanted a sausage tree. They're going Africa. It's a real thing. Look it up. So I looked online and saw someone was selling seeds for a sausage tree. The guy selling it was named Daniel, and he said he'd give me some for free. Free sausage! But he did say not to bring my phone or tell anyone where I was going. I was like, okay, we can't have anyone knowing that I have a non-native plant species. So I smashed my phone with a weight and drove over to Daniel's house. The house looked a little bit creepy, but I parked and walked up to it, and the door was wide open. So I walked in, and he had told me, come upstairs, first bedroom on the right. I was like, okay. So I slowly opened the door, walked in, and there were the seeds. I could finally grow my own sausage tree. I was so freaking excited. So I went to go exit the door, and it was locked!
Tonight on Where'd That Hoe Go?
He's been gone for 13 years now. Please, if you have any information, we miss him so much.
Bro, what was that? What are you doing? I don't know. I just thought it'd be kind of cool, I guess. Don't do that. That's really freaking weird. I'm sorry. I just thought, like, I don't know why, like, out of all things you could do, you do that. Like, what is that? Okay, I just wanted to show I liked it. Okay. What? By hitting yourself? This is the stupidest thing ever. Okay, I'm sorry. Next time I'll just throw my poop like usual when I'm excited. Wait, hold on 1 second. Alright, peace. That was my wife. And she was wondering if you wanted to eat some dinosaur tonight? Oh, word? Alright, let's go.
Ooga booga. Ooga booga. Stop the fish. Stop the fish.
Bruh, get over here. What? There's something in the water that looks exactly like me. What do you mean? We're cavemen. Let me check. There's one of me in there too. What in the... Bro, what are we gonna do? I know. Take a picture of it with your cell phone. Ooga, that is such a good idea. Let's do it. Okay. Alright, here goes nothing. No, bro. He's got the same phone as me and everything. This is so messed up. Wait, bro, do you think it's got meat on it? You know what? That's a good idea. Go grab the fire stick. Alright, thanks, bro. Okay, bro, be careful. We don't know what that thing is. Bro, it just put out the fire stick. It's so powerful. We gotta go. Waka. Today I walked to Starbucks to get the brand new Ariana Grande drink. The Travis Scott meal sucked fat butthole. So I'm curious to see what Ariana drinks. I finally got there, and when I ordered, I said, I'd like the Grande, please. And they were like, the Grande what? And I said, the Grande. And they were like, the Grande what? And then I said, the Ariana Grande. And then they said, okay, that'll be $69.69. And I was shocked at how expensive it was, but I paid. And they brought my drink out, and I waited until I was home to drink it. And when I was finally ready, I uncovered my eyes to look at it, and it was just a Grande cup with a bug in it. And I screamed out of horror, and I grabbed the cup, and I ran to the street to dispose of it, and I winded up my throat, and I watched as it flew through the air, and then came crashing down, and I watched as the Ariana Grande drink bled across the pavement with a bug's life flashing before its eyes. So overall, I would rate the Ariana Grande drink at Starbucks a 3 out of 10. I accidentally swallowed the bug, and it started feasting on my internal organs.